Okay, well, this is one of my first YouTube channel discussions. And this discussion will be about friendship. I have been thinking a lot about friendship. I always hear women complain about how they can't trust women and they can't find any real friends and things of that nature. So I decided to write down 10 basic rules of friendship. Well, my idea of 10 basic rules of friendship. And it came about today. I was just riding with my hubby and thinking about my friends and how much I love them and how much fun we have together and how much I truly appreciate them as friends, especially after hearing so many women complain about not having any true friends. And I'm blessed to have plenty, 7 or 8 that are like truly my best friend. And I guess we'll start, and I hope you guys enjoy this and take some notes because it's not hard being a best friend, but it is something that you cannot take for granted. Something that you have to appreciate. Being a true friend and having a true friend both need to be appreciated. So I'm going to start with number 1, which is loyalty. Now, loyalty is such a big word and it can be defined in so many different ways, but I'm going to break it down to you in my terms, I'll say. When you think about the idea of loyalty, what is most important to you is how you should, expect your friend to be. But I'm going to explain what's important to me. And what's important to me, first of all, loyalty is one of the most important character traits desired in your best friend. I know, like, everybody dreams about having a loyal best friend that they can just like trust 100,000%, right? So I'll start with saying that a true friend will stand up for you. A loyal friend will stand up for you when you need it and even at times when you don't need it. When you're present and when you're not present. A true friend is not for sale and will never do anything to compromise your success or your happiness. Being in a relationship or something at your job, or you know what I mean? Like, they will never do anything disloyal to compromise anything that makes you happy or brings you success in life. Loyalty is when you expose yourself to being vulnerable in an attempt to help someone. Loyalty is when you tell the truth instead of telling a lie, or entrust someone with confidential information and them keeping that information to themselves. Now, that's a big one. Some people just need somebody to talk to, and the person that you should be able to talk to will be your friend, your best friend. I mean, I should be able to call you and tell you anything in this world, and it should never leave your mouth again. I mean, that's just loyalty. There are so many different meanings to what a loyal friend should be, but ultimately, a true loyal friend has your back always and tries their best never to let you down. Now I'm going to go on to number 2, which would be make me laugh. It's so much fun having a friend that is silly and fun and, you know what I mean, that can make you happy when you're down. Even when you're not down, just out having fun, laughing, joking. Some of us are older, like I am a little older, but I still like to have fun, laugh, giggle. You know what I mean? When I think about all the wonderful friends I've made as a child and beyond being a child, the common denominator is that they are all crazy as hell and silly as hell. And I mean, I love it. It just gives you like a tingly feeling. You know what I mean? Like, it keeps you happy. And I mean, it's just it feels good to have for even when they're down, or you know what I mean, you got to make them laugh, or it just helps. Happiness always helps. Smiling, happiness, it just always helps. Each and every one of my friends put a smile on my face. I mean, almost all the time. I love them to death. Anyway, number 3, I like, or I believe, excuse me, I believe your friends should have no shame when it comes to their true friends. Don't be ashamed of anything. You don't have to hide anything, or, feel like you can't talk to your friend about something, because if that's the case, then that's not a true loyal friend. I like dancing, being silly, talking to strangers, being spontaneous, letting myself go sometimes. You know what I mean? And if it's a true friend, I can do this in front of them, without thinking twice about it. Number 4, tell me how it is. If you're feeling some type of way about me, or if I'm doing something you don't like, and I'm your true friend, you can tell me without a doubt, 100%. Tell me whatever you are thinking. I cannot and will not stand for a friend who doesn't share how they feel with me because they might be scared of conflict, or scared of how I might react. You know what I mean? I want you to be able to just be totally 100% honest with however you're feeling, whether it's good or bad. Tell me if I'm being an asshole or being a bitch, or just, if you don't like the way I'm treating you or someone else. I mean, I'm not going to say just blatantly say it out loud, but pull me to the side like, girl, that's not you, or I don't like the way you acting. That's not right. And a true friend will listen. Not saying that they might not change, but they will listen. And if it ever comes up again, the thought of you telling them will be like, well, damn, she did tell me that. You know what I mean? Tell me if you think I'm making a mistake. I might not always listen, but when I notice my mistakes, it always makes me feel better to be able to go back and reflect. Like, my girl got my back, because this is exactly what she told me, even though I made a mistake, and she let me make the mistake, because that's what friends do. They give you their opinion, but they don't tell you what to do. You know what I mean? They give you their opinion, and it's whether you want to listen to them, that's totally up to you. But it's always good to have a friend that is honest with you and tells you how they feel. If you're making a mistake, if you're being a bitch, if you just are treating your boyfriend wrong, or you yelled at your kids a little too much. Not saying be too opinionated, but if you see something that's bothering you, you should be able to tell your friend that without a doubt.